Hey guys, IceWire here, and today we're going to be having another chat about Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2. Now, as you can see by the title of this video, we'll be talking very briefly about the Thinbloods, and also I'll be saying my clan predictions for what I think the next revealed clans will be. If you have your own predictions, I'd love to hear them down in the comments below, but without further ado, let's jump right into it. The first clan in Bloodlines 2 has been revealed to be the Thinbloods. Now, as you know, we do start off as a Thinblood in the game, and eventually we will be able to join a clan. But till then, let's check out what exactly makes the Thinbloods tick. Who are they? What are they? Let's check all that out. So, the Thinblood. Seattle has generally attracted a younger crowd, and some of them unfortunately wind up on the streets of the city. For the Kindred, the Thinbloods are their own version of street kids, and in recent years, their numbers have grown at what some might consider an alarming rate. Despite being permitted in the city, many Thinbloods don't survive very long. With little understanding of what they are or the rules of kindred society, they face a struggle to simply exist in a city carved up by established political factions. Many are killed when they pose a threat to the masquerade. A few find work as grunts or runners for the less scrupulous denizens of Seattle. It's not unheard of for a Thinblood to gain enough respect to earn a more prominent role in a faction, but they are rarely shown the same respect or legal standing a full-blood clan member enjoys. It's a hard, short life for most Thinbloods in Seattle, but it's also a city of opportunity for the few that can navigate their way into the higher circles of vampire society. Honestly, my personal opinion on the Thinbloods is that while they are, the underdogs of the vampire society, if you will, they're weaker, they're looked down upon just for not being a full-fledged vamp. I kind of find that to be a really interesting angle. Now, you won't be able to stay at Thinblood forever in the game. Eventually you will have to, gain power to be able to face what is to come. What that is, we don't know yet, but that was confirmed by the developers, so you won't stay a Thinblood forever. You will eventually be able to join a clan, because there is a second character creator where you get to design your vampire self. So there's that, but I don't know, I just find the inclusion of Thinbloods to be really cool. I find them interesting. I know not everyone likes the Thinbloods, and that's perfectly okay, but for me personally, I do like them, I find them interesting, and I don't mind starting off as a Thinblood. Now, of course, more information about the Thinbloods disciplines has come up, which I'll sum up in whatever the heck is about to play. I don't even know, man. It's weird. Just bear with it. Alright, so Thinbloods. What can they do that's so special? Welcome to the Thinblood crash course. Let's have a look at their disciplines. Number 1, Chiropteran, the power of bats. You can call upon the ability to summon a swarm of bats at will to attack your enemies, and even glide through the air like a bat. Chiropteran includes 2 abilities. The first we covered, which is Bat Swarm, and it's self-explanatory and neat. The next one, Glide. You can reduce the weight of your frickin' skeleton and muscle mass to float and reach the hard-to-reach places. Plus, you can also swoop down upon enemies like your Batman. So, if you want to make a Bruce Wayne-ish character, guess what? It'll work great. Next up, Mentalism, the power of telekinesis. Channel your inner Scarlet Witch or Jean Grey with the power to move objects and people or with your mind. It has 2 fun abilities, Pull and Levitate. Pull is pretty obvious and lets you pull things towards you, whether that be baddies, their weapons, or something that's just in your way. Levitate lets you suspend a living or unliving. Get it? Because vampires? This is a vampire game? Haha! I'm not funny. It lets you suspend any NPC in the air, and you can enhance it to the point where you can levitate everything and everyone around you, which is just badass. That's my opinion on that. It's badass, okay? Finally, Nebulation, the power to command and summon mist. These abilities are a smidge more brutal. First up is a Mist Shroud. You become enveloped in mist that makes your footsteps nice and silent, perfect for sneaking. Invest in this power and you'll be able to transform into mist and choke your enemies with your weird spooky mist shroud. And also travel through tight spaces. So if you're into choking and getting into tight spaces, that's the power for you. And the very last one, Envelope. Summon a swirling cloud of mist around your enemy blind them and forcibly use said mist to enter the poor bugger's lungs, choking him from the inside out. What the hell? I kinda want it. Thank you for listening to your handy dandy crash course on the Thinblood disciplines. And that is the summary of the disciplines. That was kind of weird. Now for this video in particular, I do want to focus on what my clan predictions are, so let's just jump right into that. If we go to the Bloodlines 2 website, we'll see of course that the first clan on there is of course the Thinblood clan. So the first one that we have is of course this more sort of quaint, very cozy looking living area. It gives off a very warm, almost human-esque vibe, meaning that it's not like cold and like lifeless. There's like a little bit of warmth in the room, both literally and metaphorically. So just going off that alone, I would say that this is the Toreador clan, which I am quite excited for because I happen to like the Toreadors quite a lot. The quiz in Bloodlines 1 officially assigned me as a Toreador, therefore I identify with that. It's my clan, so the Toreador representation up in here. And I'm pretty sure that they did accidentally let it slip on stream that Toreadors will be a clan that will be playable. So this is just picking which picture goes with the Toreadors. So that is my first prediction for the future revealed clans. So let's go on to the next one. Now this next one is in a very high-rise building room. We did see this room very briefly in the trailer with the almost Jaime Lannister-esque looking man. Honestly, he kind of looks like it, okay? Just a little, just a little. And just going off of the aesthetic of the room, how high-rise it is, you know, it's definitely like a rich folks area. And the vampire himself that you do see in the trailer, you know, he's very well put together. He has an air of almost authority about him. And just going off of that, I would say that this is definitely the Ventrus. And next up is where things get a little bit more difficult to guess. We have a bloodied up diner that looks like, you know, someone went to town. There was a big old ruckus. People probably died. It was just, in general, a massacre. And I think that there are two options that this could, you know, possibly go towards. The first one is quite clearly Bruja. You know, they're more of the hot-headed, tend to go into rages clan. You know, they like a good fight. And you can easily see a Bruja vampire making a mess like this in a fight. But hear me out of the second option that this could be. Now my big like second reach guess for this one is Malkavian. Why Malkavian? Well, I don't think the Malkavians would be opposed to a little bit of bloodshed. Obviously something very insane happened in there. You know, something crazy went down, and you know, what happens to know crazy very well? Malkavians. That's really all I have. Like I said, it's a reach. It's a reach. I definitely lean more towards the Bruja as what this one is going to be. But yeah, that's a reach. So for this one, I will say my final answer is Bruja. For this next one, it is a slightly more lighter image, but at the same time kind of a dark image that speaks for itself. There's blood everywhere, there's symbols drawn on the floor in blood, candles and ruins that are like thrown up on the blackboard and on the walls behind it. It's almost like there's some very dark magic going on in there. So, Tremere. Obviously. Like, I don't really have much else to say other than, yeah, it's definitely the Tremere. They do blood magic. They're well known as, like, the wizarding type, to put it mildly, in the Vampire Masquerade universe. So I think it's only fitting that this is definitely Tremere. I don't really have a doubt in my mind about it. So with that, we'll move on to the final image. Now, this one, to me, strikes me as, you know, it's underground, possibly connected to the sewers, who knows? Maybe it's like in the subway or something. I don't know if Seattle has subways, I've never been there. But yeah, this place definitely strikes me as underground, so just going off of that, I would say that this is definitely the Nosferatu. Now, it would be a crime in my opinion if the Nosferatu were not included in this game, especially in the vanilla game. I mean, you have your more human-like vampires, you know, generally kind of nice to look at. to the more grotesque vampires, and I feel like it would be weird to not have that option in the vanilla game. That's why I'm going to say that this is the Nosferatu. You could also argue that this could be like the halls of an asylum, so Malkavian. That's also an option. I know, I'm just trying to put Malkavians in here, okay? Don't judge me. I just like Malkavians. But I definitely lean more towards like this being a more sewer / underground based area. Although the asylum claim could have a little bit of merit to it, considering that we did see this hallway in the trailer, and then at some point a big like wave of blood comes at you, and that could potentially be perhaps a hallucination. You see where I'm going? You see where I'm reaching? I'm reaching here. So perhaps maybe this one could be either Malkavian or Nosferatu. Overall, those are my predictions for the coming soon bubbles for the clans that haven't been revealed yet. But I do want to mention one final clan that isn't probably going to be in the base game. And that is the Gangrel. There is a story pack that has been confirmed to have something to do with werewolves, which will eventually come out. When? Who knows? Sometime after the game is released. And I feel like that expansion is the perfect opportunity to incorporate the Gangrel into the game. Obviously, you know, we're going to be getting these additional clans for free. They confirmed that they're not going to put like a paywall in front of each clan to be introduced into Bloodlines 2. They will be added on as free updates, free DLC, whichever you want to call it. I'm not too sure about the definition, but they are free. They are coming to the game free. Any new clan that comes in, whether it's Gangrel or something else, they'll be included for free. Now, these are obviously just predictions. I am more than happy to be surprised by, you know, different additions that are completely different from what I guessed. I know there are other clans out there like La Sombra, Giovanni, and I can never pronounce this one, but this one, yeah, this one. But those are my predictions for what the clan reveals will be. Whether they'll be in that order, who knows, you know, it could be in any order. If you have your own predictions for what clans you think will be included, please do let me know down in the comments below. What do you think of my predictions? Yeah, that. I like talking about this kind of stuff, and I wanted to share what I thought with you guys. Because, you know, I do have my own little wants that I do want to see in the game, like clans that I hope will be included. Obviously, I'm biased. I really want to see a Toreador, and I would like to see Bruja, Malkavian, Nosferatu. I just want to give some love to my faves, you know. It's my channel, so of course there's going to be a little bit of bias here. And that's just how it is. Or if you don't want to deal with the whole monthly subscription stuff, do consider checking out my Ko-Fi. If an easy, breezy, or one-off donation is more your thing, do check that out. Consider supporting me on Patreon, as it feels to go for my content's quality and the variety and production of said content that you guys get to see all here on the channel. And of course, as always, a huge thank you to my current patrons. They are Cosmoronic, Nicholas Montoya, Hasgirl, Cooladora, Kay, and Zapfinouch. And if you want to see your name shouted out at the end of the video like these guys, do hop over onto Patreon and have a look around at the cool rewards on offer. Anyway, it's IceWire signing off, and I'll see you guys later next time on the channel. Have a lovely day / night wherever you are in the world, and I'll see you guys next time.